Call me crazy, but fish creep me out. It's their eyes, lidless and unblinking, staring directly into your soul. Or for me, lack thereof, given I'm a ginger. Go ahead, laugh if you want, but I bet if you watch this video till the end, you'll be creeped out by them too. Especially number 1 on this list, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Here are 10 of the world's most terrifying fish. Number 10. The Sheepshead. They say that the worst monster is the one you never notice. It sits there in plain view, and one day you realize it's absolutely friggin' terrifying. That's definitely the case with Sheepshead. They are a popular catch in the Gulf of Mexico and the West Atlantic. They're also a common sight in fish markets and restaurants, but this seemingly innocent food fish hides a horrible secret. If you take a look inside a sheepshead's mouth, you'll find row after row of bizarrely human-like teeth. Wow. This freaky smile earned them their name. Why? I don't know. That freaky mouth doesn't even remotely remind me of a sheep. They do remind me of a persistent nightmare I had when I was a kid, though. Oh, but enough about my repressed childhood. Let's move on. Are their teeth the result of secret experiments? A voodoo curse, toxic waste, the Joker putting Joker venom in them? Well, actually, sheepshead are shellfish specialists who use their terrible chompers to crush their prey's armor. I would tell you to stay away from their bite, but let's be honest, you're not gonna go anywhere near that mouth. Number 9. The anglerfish. Commonly known as sea devils, anglerfish are the archetypical horror of the deep, and also a returning member of our lists. There are a lot of kinds of these fish, but they all look so similar, so I'm just gonna lump them together in one terrifying sharp-toothed ball. They lurk on the bottom, waiting for unsuspecting prey to come their way. Their mouths are so big they can eat fish almost as big as they are. Anglerfish inhale their meals whole. If they're too big, they tear into them with long, pointy fangs. If you're a fish, you really don't want to get close to them, but sometimes you just won't be able to resist. That's because of the glowing fishing rod which hangs in front of their mouths. Deep water fish are attracted to this like moths to a flame. Remember that scary fish from Nemo? And not the one that ate Nemo's mother and not Bruce, no, the one with the light. That is an angler. And yes, they're every bit as horrifying as Pixar says. Fish aren't the only ones which fall into their trap. You may have eaten one of these monsters without even knowing it. Anglerfish are often sold under a different name, monkfish. They're a delicacy in seafood restaurants and fish markets worldwide. Number 8. The payara. Found in the remote reaches of the Amazon basin, the payara is an apex predator which regularly eats fish half its size or bigger. They also have an unmistakable look, owing to their huge fangs which also give them the nickname of vampire fish. They specialize in hunting in fast currents, but they can show up anywhere, from small streams to open lakes. Wherever they go, they're at the top of the food chain. They have a fearsome reputation. In the wild, payaras are ferocious hunters that are constantly on the prowl for their next meal, and they don't let anything get in the way of dinner time. They've been known to chase off medium and large-sized fish they don't want to eat, just so the water will be clear for the fish they do want to consume. They've also been known to hunt down and eat another freshwater predator, the piranha. Number 7. The frilled shark. You can't have a list of scary sea monsters without at least one shark on it. That's pretty much the law of the world, at least to me. Now, while all sharks strike fear into our hearts, some species go above and beyond to scare us out of the water, like the frilled shark. The frilled shark is a strange, prehistoric-looking shark that lives in the open ocean and spends much of its time in deep, dark waters far below the sea surface. Its long, cylindrical body reaches lengths of nearly 7 feet, and its fins are placed far back on the body. Frilled sharks have around 300 barbed, backward-facing fangs that funnel food into its mouth. Once this monster gets a hold of you, there's no getting away. Some experts think that they actually use their teeth to lure fish toward them. In the water, the frilled shark's dull gray body is almost invisible, but their bright white teeth certainly aren't. Fish and squid might be tricked into attacking the shark's mouth, mistaking it for prey. By the time they realize their mistake, it's too late to escape. Number 6. The sarcastic fringehead. Most people haven't heard of the sarcastic fringehead. Found off the Pacific coast of North America, these fish are usually less than 10 inches long, and at first glance, they're really not much to look at. But don't be too quick to judge. These guys are fascinating once they open up. The defining personality trait of these fish is that they're aggressively territorial. They fight off anything that comes too close, no matter the size of the intruder. They have sharp, needle-like teeth that they can use to attack their targets, and they don't tend to back down from a fight. When it wants to scare off an intruder, it goes through a terrifying transformation. Its mouth splays open like the poison-spitting dinosaur from Jurassic Park. This is where the sarcastic fringehead gets its awesome name. The fringehead also uses its freaky mouth when hunting, enveloping fish and crustaceans whole. People have even recorded them trying to swallow a whole octopus. And in their incredible aggression and complete lack of fear, and they become very scary indeed. Especially when they burst out at you from nowhere. Number 5. The Stargazer. Instantly recognizable by the horrified, willful expression on their upturned faces, stargazers are among the most frightening fish in the ocean. Capable of vacuuming up, electrocuting, and delivering deadly venom to their enemies. These 3 attributes are the reasons why the stargazer fish earned its nickname of the meanest thing in creation. Stargazers are ambush hunters. They bury themselves in the sand with just their eyes poking out and wait for a fish to swim their way. When something gets close, they burst out and gobble it up before it even sees them coming. Then they disappear beneath the sand again. Pretty much sounds like a horror movie monster to me. Imagine that the next time you're at the beach, and keep an eye out for a face staring up at you from the seafloor. Oh, and if you think you're safe in the shallows, think again. These guys live in pretty much any depth of water. They show up every year in East Coast tourist spots like Virginia Beach and Myrtle Beach. Number 4. The Lamprey. Predators are scary, sure, but nothing sends chills down your spine like a parasite. Even the word can get your hair standing on end, and lampreys are the worst of them all. They're ancient, hardy, and incredibly versatile. Saltwater or freshwater, lakes or rivers, shallows or depths, they thrive in every environment. Heck, they even climb waterfalls as they head inland to mate. While lampreys lack jaws, they use a large suction-like mouth filled with tiny horn-shaped teeth and a razor-sharp tongue. Though the teeth can look intimidating, it's the tongue you need to watch out for. The teeth simply help the lamprey attach to its victim, while the tongue does most of the work, scraping away enough scales to reach the soft flesh of the fish. Then it drains the fish's blood. So pleasant. And as if that wasn't bad enough, they also secrete anticoagulants, also known as blood thinners. The host doesn't stand a chance, and even after the lampreys move on, fish struggle to recover. We cannot overstate how horrible these guys are. Currently, they are important to the work of scientists as they are crucial to understanding how the first backboned animals evolved, and with their remarkable ability to heal from severe nerve damage, how spinal cord injuries can be healed in humans. Number 3. The Great Barracuda. Measuring up to 6 feet in length and armed with a terrifying array of super sharp teeth, the torpedo-like barracuda is more than capable of inflicting serious injuries. It's also capable of dealing emotional blows too. It ain't Nemo's mom. Moving on! There are actually 22 species of barracuda, but it's only the great barracuda that has been known to attack humans. The barracuda's diet consists mainly of small and medium-sized fish. It uses its lightning speed and ambush tactics to catch them. Many of the recorded attacks on humans seem to have involved shiny objects such as jewelry or even diving knives. Apparently the barracuda are attracted to these, confusing them with prey fish and strike. Such attacks can leave the victim with deep gashes, often resulting in nerve and tendon damage, or in the worst case, severing blood vessels. These injuries can require hundreds of stitches to patch up. On rare occasions, barracudas have been known to leap out of the water and cause serious injuries to people in boats. One recent case in Florida, of course it was Florida, left a female canoeist fighting for her life after suffering broken ribs and a punctured lung after a barracuda attack. Now it's time for today's best pick. And today's best pick is a fish that has rightfully earned its reputation as the most terrifying fish in fresh water. Number 2. The Goliath tigerfish. When your name is Goliath, you'd better be one humongous, ferocious creature, and the Goliath tigerfish definitely lives up to its moniker. A native of the Congo River Basin, the Luaba River, Lake Upemba, and Lake Tanganyika in Africa, it is the largest member of the tigerfish clan, a genus of fierce predators with protruding dagger-like teeth. The biggest one on record was nearly 5 feet long and weighed 154 pounds, the equivalent of a super welterweight prizefighter. And it outclasses other African game fish in speed and power. The Goliath tigerfish is a piscivore, which means it eats mainly fish. With such great size, an adult Goliath tigerfish will eat any other fish that it can overpower, such as a small Nile perch. Locals say it's the only fish that doesn't fear the crocodile and that it actually eats the smaller ones. It's also been known to attack humans in rare instances. It's so lightning quick and forceful that not only will it snap an angler's line, but it will sometimes make off with his or her tackle. No wonder one fishing safari promoter requires clients read a cautionary treatise on the Goliath before agreeing to a fishing trip. Before we move on, do me a favor. My analytics show that only about 15% of you watching are actually subscribed. Come on guys, what's up with that? Can you guys please hit the subscribe button? You guys watch my videos every day anyway, so you might as well subscribe and keep up to date with every video we put out. Number 1. The Goblin Shark. Everything about the goblin sharkfish screams terror. Its long nose gives it a freakish unicorn look. Its pink flesh makes it look like it's got no skin. You can see how people used to believe in dragons and sea monsters when there are creatures like this out there. First described in 1898, the goblin shark had already been known to Japanese fishermen who called it tenguzami, tengu being a mythical goblin with an extremely long nose that looked a bit like Pinocchio. The shark, which grows up to 12.5 feet long, swims at depths of over 4,000 feet and remains poorly understood. Though with each new specimen we're building a better picture of its incredible adaptation to the deep sea lifestyle. Its most prominent feature are its highly protrusive jaws packed with needle-like teeth meant to trap, not slice. When a fish gets close enough, the goblin shark's jaws catapult right out from their mouth and snap shut, slicing into it or devouring it whole. The goblin shark has a lot going for it in the horror department. It's the perfect combination of everything that makes the ocean scary. Big sharks, grotesque monsters, sharp teeth shooting towards you out of the dark, and also just being scary in general. Did we leave your favorite nightmare-inducing fish out? Let us know in the comments section below. Want to watch more videos about amazing animals? Click on any of the videos you see on your screen. As always, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Later, everybody.